Good evening, everybody. And tonight we're switching things up just a little bit. I am doing a recorded game stream again. It's been a few weeks since I've done that, and I am also doing a recorded game stream of the extended edition. So this will be the EE League finals between Joe and Pegasus. This is a best of seven. And it is played on the extended edition, which is the Steam version. In the past, I haven't really barely done any Steam edition or extended edition streams just because it's really lagged on my computer. But I think with some of the recent updates that they've done with the new patch, I think it's improved at least the performance on my computer because I streamed a few games the last couple weeks and they went good. So I will do the finals of the extended edition, the EE League, which I think is, I don't know if it's like the fifth or sixth league of it. You know, there's one every year, maybe something like that. But this will be the finals. I don't have time to go back and do like all of the games that lead up to the finals. This originally starts as a group stage with, I think it's like four players in like six groups or something like that. You know, I don't know the numbers, but then, you know, you top two advance to the bracket stage. And then these are our finalists, Joe versus Pegasus. And Joe, of course, he's won or been in the finals for quite a few of the recent tournaments I've streamed that have been on Voobly, which is the original Age of Mythology slash Titans. And he's also really good at the Extended Edition, which really is pretty much the same game, just maybe a few things different here and there as far as like unit stats and stuff. So he's really good. And then Pegasus is also really good, both on the Extended Edition and on Voobly. Probably not, well, obviously, not quite as good as Joe historically, because Joe usually wins. And in fact, Joe played against Pegasus this most recent in the summer tournament and defeated Pegasus. I think it was 3-1. So we'll see if Pegasus has some sort of revenge in the finals here in the EE League. So yes, an EE League stream. Hopefully it doesn't lag. I think I got things all ready to go, and we will jump right into it. So it should be here. Let me make sure it's looking all right on my thing here. Yep, it sure is. Let me know in chat if it's really laggy. I can always close down. I got Voobly up. Recording shouldn't lag. Well, it might lag my computer, which is the problem in the past, is that my computer in the extended edition did not get together. So it's a best of seven. I've moved over first four wrecks here. I'm hoping there's more than four wrecks, and I'll be moving them back in one at a time. So let me know also if the sound isn't quite good as far as game sound to me, because the sound here is a little bit different than the Titans as far as sound levels and stuff. But we're going to dive right into game one. Now, it is blind pick going into this, so the players don't know which god the others are playing. Now, they are picking maps. I believe they both banned maybe one or two maps going into this, and then they'll each pick a home map back and forth. I don't know all the specifics for that, who banned what, and it doesn't really matter at this point. So we will just go right into game number one, which is Ra versus Zeus on Oasis. So Joe is our Ra player, and Pegasus, he's playing on is Lara or Lara Nick, but I'll refer to him as Pegasus because that's what I know him as. So don't be confused. Lara is Pegasus for the entirety of these games, and Joey is Joe. So we've got Joe on the left. He's blue and he's Ra, and Ra on Oasis is pretty strong. And then Pegasus or Lara on the right is Zeus. Gotta look at the animal amounts here. So we've got just two starting zebra. It's actually quite a bit of hunt. I think there's more hunt on the extended edition Oasis as there is on Voobly, because there can't be this much hunt on Voobly. Still not a ton of hunt. I mean, when you all things considered, but for Pegasus, it's nice because he could jump right from this hunt to these berries. I also noticed three goats. Here and two over there, so yeah, will be quite a few goats across the map. And oh, Joe has a relic. What relic did Joe get? The Secret of Titans is a little bit less expensive. That's really not that awesome. Cameron, hello. So far, how's it look? Lag or anything? As far as the stream frame rate dropping? I hope not. The one cool thing about the extended edition is I have this little toolbar on the left that I can kind of play with. It shows the resources gathered. I think I can go through and unit upgrade. What does this do? I'm not really sure. Production we can see. I don't really think this is entirely too important at this point. Losses and then kills and then total units. Well, this makes counting goats pretty easy. They each got 8 goats. And buildings and then observer, which is nothing, but might be useful to keep kind of the resources up and see what's going on. With that, so Ra versus Zeus on Oasis is definitely in the favor of the Ra. Unless the Zeus can get a lot of natural resources. So far he's got, quite a bit of goats here. He's got 8 goats and now has just found 2 more. And we'll probably end up getting these. So if he can find enough goats to kind of keep his early boom going, might be able to kind of keep up with the Ra, although I'd still say the Ra has the advantage. Might also be helpful for Joey here once he gets classical age, is if Lara hasn't, or maybe heroic by the time he gets like actual line of sight, is if Lara doesn't have his goats split up. If you shift sands like 11, 12, 13 goats, that's huge. Far better than any sort of Vil shift or anything you might get. What is the other relic over here? The Black Lotus villagers gather from farms faster. That is a Ra relic all the way, but I don't think Joey's ever going to scout it, and I would assume that Lara will scoop it up as soon as he can. Now, like I said, normally I'm playing on the Voobly edition and not the extended edition. The extended edition is slightly different as far as unit stats wise. There's a little bit different balance. Overall, though, the game is played the same. I mean, we're going to see pretty much the same strategies that you'd see on the Voobly, just maybe a few statistics changed here and there. So we'll see probably a 2-town center fast heroic from Joey, and then Pegasus would probably grab 2 town centers and then make like Hippicon, and then try to maybe do, if he has enough food, could potentially try a 3-town center Hippicon, but that's it's a little bit optimistic if he thinks he can do that. Although he does have all these berries along with a bunch of goats. And then 2 more random gazelle down there. So I don't know. He could either do 2-town center Hippicon or 3-town center Hippicon and hope to be able to boom. I would think maybe 2-town center Hippicon. And you're right. There are some additional units. The Greek get a healing unit, which sounds awesome to me. I don't think I've ever really seen it in action, albeit I haven't watched a whole lot of recorded games from the extended edition, but I would assume the physician is pretty solid. Now, the Khopesh swordsman gotten a few boosts, or maybe at least 1 boost in the recent balance patch for the extended edition. I know that people don't like to make them. Personally, of the few games that I've played, I'm kind of a fan of them. I think they are worth their cost. I mean, it's only 30 food, 30 gold, and they do poorly against pretty much anything military, but they are like a classical age rating unit. I think that there's room for that, maybe, and maybe we'll see some of that in some of these games. I don't know if you'd see it necessarily here, although Joey could make a barracks while he's working on his 2-town center. I mean, even if you get 4 or 5 early Khopesh swordsmen early on just to do tiny little raids, I think that's helpful. I like them. I like the unit, and I think that they are worth their cost. And I don't know, maybe Joey will make them, maybe he won't. I'm not really sure. Yeah, this toolbar. Now, the totals here is kind of redundant. Don't really need to see the total resources. Really more is the current, and that'll kind of tell us what's going on. And we do see interesting. So going up with Athena instead of Hermes. I would say that Hermes would be kind of the standard play here for your ceasefire, because generally in this case, if the Zeus is trying to boom, he would be slightly behind the Ra, and you will often use the ceasefire to kind of buy yourself like a minute of time. Ultra Noob, hello. Didn't see you sneak in your little chat in there. So, does this running at full speed or is it slightly slow? I don't know. I'm trying to look at the clock and it seems like it will be kind of uneven. Like it'll have a long 30 and then 30, 31, yeah. I don't know. So I think it's normal speed. It just, I don't know, maybe it's still slightly slow, which is kind of weird. But yeah, Athena. And this is a very fast rush, or at least age up. I don't know. He's almost got enough gold for his town center. I would be surprised to see him put any sort of early military building. Does VSync slow down? Now, should I turn VSync off? Maybe? Because, yeah, it seems like it's slightly slower than normal. And also, we see Joey up pretty quick. He's grabbing his town center. Now, bolt on the Pharaoh just to slow down the construction. So, for Rex, you have to. Dang it. Well, I guess we will keep it as it is for now. But, no, I don't know. This is too slow. How long would it take for me to scoot up to 5 minutes? Because, yeah, this is watching it in, like, slow motion. So, actually, we're going to quit, and I will turn off VSync, and hopefully that will resolve the issue. And we will just speed along to where we were, which is about the 5.5 minute mark. And hopefully that fixes the issues that I was having with the recorded game being like at 3/4 speed. I don't know if I'd have to restart the game though for it to work. We can talk about this. These settlements are really defensive too. Like these are barely even outside of town center, like even your initial tower range. Like these are incredibly defensive. Which isn't necessarily bad when you're thinking about from Lara's perspective, because if Joey wants to like make mercenaries to attack, it's a long way for them to go. Like if the fight comes way over here, though, if he goes up with Hathor, he won't have really much of an issue anyway. Okay, well we're almost back to where we were, about the 5-10 minute mark. Tasakli is now on YouTube tonight, so we'll see the bolt. What a surprise! Alright, I think it is slightly faster now. Maybe? Yes, it is, I think. Well, now as I say that, I don't know. We'll see. So he uses the bolt to try to stop the town center getting built there, and won't be able to stop it, but we'll maybe be able to harass a little bit of these units here. And yeah, the early hero. Actually double hero, that's pretty standard when you're facing a raw 2-town center, because actually 150 resources for this guy and then 200 wood plus 2 favor for Odysseus, who is a really strong unit. And we do have Lara grabbing this town center. I would have thought he would have taken this one instead, but I guess he wanted to move his extra gold miners over to that town center. So now the question is, does Lara end up getting a second or just doing one? Look at this villager just ran right through the berries. I don't know why he went to these berries though. Might as well just eat all your goats. So he's building this little, guess it's going to be a pen. He's going to try to shift units into here, so you'll end up finishing off like a gate here. I'm not a big fan of this armory being used right here, because it's kind of impeding farm production. It's making a barracks right down there. Best streamer. This guy gets on both YouTube and Twitch to put in his support. He's hardcore. And I don't know if he's going for a... Man, if he does just shift sands, he might like surprise. Maybe he'll make a Kopesh spearman or swordsman or whatever it is. Nope, make an axeman. And we are seeing 3 town centers from Lara, along with Axemen. This is kind of substandard here from Joey, making a barracks with Axemen. Because when he sees Pegasus getting a second town center, he should really know that there's not going to be much pressure coming soon. So he could safely fast heroic without needing to do this. And what this will do is just kind of slow down his fast heroic. I mean, to the point that he's even kind of panic building a tower with 9 vills, and like there's absolutely nothing coming. Like really, if he just does a standard 2 town center fast heroic, he could be aging up right about now, clicking the age up button to about an 830 age up. That's not really out of the ordinary at all. And instead, like, he's like not close to doing it. So I kind of question the barracks. And now that he sees Lara at 3 town centers, I think he really knows that he's kind of screwing up. Because what in the world is he going to do with these 2 axemen and this random tower that he built that doesn't really even protect the gold mine? It's just kind of like randomly placed like behind it. Like, I don't know, kind of unusual. But we'll see. I mean, it still is Ra, and Ra is really strong. But yeah, I mean, this not going to get any value out of the axemen here. To the point where he's even trying. I mean, look at all this idle villager nonsense that he's kind of encouraging just with Jason and Odysseus. Did he get Skin of the Rhino? He really should research Skin of the Rhino pretty soon. Here comes like 3 more axemen. Like, they don't do anything. Might even lose another one. Yeah, he will. Well, maybe not. Man, Odysseus' accuracy is just so good. Not sure why he kind of turned off of that axeman when he was almost dead. Physician with early heroes? Yeah. Now, do you just make the physician right out of the town center, right? Now, how much does it cost? I guess we could look it up. So, the physician can be trained in the town center. 60 wood, 40 gold. That... I don't know what his heal speed is, but that's cheap for a healing unit. Now, it is in place of villagers, but I mean, oh man, killed a vill. Yeah, just so far, with how the game is going, like, this is definitely, Lara is definitely playing this well, and this vill getting path blocked. Oh, one more shot would have gotten her, but yeah, Joe. Really strange. Well, priest is better. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of was one of Egyptians' kind of strengths, was really being the only god with like consistent healing. And Greek was kind of not, because they have super strong units. So a healer for the Greek is more valuable than a healer for Egyptian. And yeah, we just saw 3 more axemen. Like, I'm not sure what Joe is doing so far this game, but it's not the right thing. I mean, he's lost 4 axemen for nothing. We'll be losing another villager. He built a tower that doesn't... Like, if this tower would have been built up here... Oh, lost another vill. Like, this wouldn't be happening. And he lost another vill. And this one is going to go down because she's like going right towards Odysseus just to say hello and kill me. And wow. This is a bit of a train wreck so far for Joe. And has pickaxe, but yeah, no rain either at 10 minutes. So yeah, this is a very slow advance for Joe. Now we finally have the rain. We actually have Pegasus in on it with hunting dogs and plow. And just this, how this game has gone so far, looking really good for Pegasus. And nice to see him walling off the map. Protects his units. He's been at 3 town centers much quicker than Joe has. And we can see 94 pop to 65. He is 11 villagers up, 12 villagers up now. This little bar is really helpful. It's something I wish that we could get for the original. And like Odysseus kind of has single-handedly defeated any gold mining efforts up here. Yeah, that 12 HP per second, that is on a good rate. That's a bargain for the Greek. They definitely should be throwing like surgeons everywhere.
You need to.
So because Lara has the you know, it's still running at like not quite full speed, which is really annoying. Nice little raid on here. Well, we have a raid up here at the same time. And this will be the end of the spearmen, especially when you got 4. Nice micro by Lara here. I mean, you got 4 spearmen chasing a hippocon that's running away. And we will have even more barracks units that are dying. Yes, this is a recorded game cast of what is so far Joey just getting kind of run over this game. Let's see, if we go to production, we are seeing 84% Hathor. And 25% Apollo. And with Lara being so close in advance time, it definitely, this is his favor here. Yeah, I mean, well, he won't be gold blocked. He'll be able to put a Migdal down in the bottom and secure that. But he will have, he's just taken so many losses, and I would think Lara would probably start getting his second line of eco upgrades, or, well, should be. Let's see, upgrades, what are we looking at here? Upgrades, yep, there we go. So he's getting both of his second line upgrades. I am a little bit surprised to see the Skin of the Rhino taking so long. Like, if we look at units killed right now, he has killed, what, 800, almost 900 worth of resources. And compared to Joey, only 320, which I think was mostly just the Minotaur. So Joe is up heroic. We have a Locust here. It's a solid Locust. About 6 Vills killed. Now the one thing though is that Lara is basically at full pop anyway. Look at this invisible Locust. You can't even see the thing. Guess it's right here. But Lara will be up back to full pop pretty quickly without much of an issue. And his Lara looks like he is maybe going for a Mythic Age. Yeah, he is. So he's at yep, there's his, he just plunked down his 2,000 resources to age up. Obviously looking for, like, with Hephaestus, you get your cheaper armory upgrades. You'll also get your Colossus, Bellerophon, and access to the Myrmidon, which get bonus against all things not Greek. Eco upgrades, got the second line of everything. And Joe does have the second line of everything minus the wood one. There's no wood upgrade at all. Production, okay, yeah, Joey's just getting his fortified town center. He's not aging up yet. Hera and Titan, I don't think you do that here. No, you go up Hephaestus. He wouldn't be able to get the Titan up in time before Joe would be able to get his up. So you really wouldn't get any benefit off of that. Whereas Hephaestus is a huge power surge. Lightning Storm basically just lets you win one battle. But Hephaestus lets you win. I mean, it doesn't up front win you a battle, but the Colossus against Ra is super strong. And then you also get the Plenty Vault, which is kind of a underappreciated god power for what it does. It's solid, and I mean, keeps on getting you resources, along with the cheaper armory upgrades as well, which will win you battles, just not like right up front. So overall, Hephaestus is a much better choice. Lightning Storm is good if you need to win that one battle. Now, with Odysseus dead, this rock will be able to pick up a lot of stuff and then run. The chariots on the Hippicon isn't exactly what you want. And these chariots are kind of in a bad spot right now, where they're kind of surrounded. And we have the Plenty Vault has been cast back here. And yeah, these chariots are not in the right place. Now, if Jason gets on the Petsuchos, we do have a couple. Jason was like right next to the Petsuchos, then ran away. But yeah, that battle there did not go well for Joy. Good morning. And good evening. A late evening from the United States. Here comes the Colossus. Looks like he might be coming up here. I wonder if. What was he getting? Is he getting... Okay, yeah, we're getting Forge of Olympus already. We see some Myrmidon coming in as well. So kind of at a, you know, it looks like right now a little bit of a stalemate. But as soon as these armory upgrades start rolling in the Myrmidon, this is going to be some huge benefit to Lara. Huge, I don't know why this Joey's fighting this. Now I guess we do have Son of Osiris who will show up and do some mean things, but still this army is disappearing, and we see a restoration. Yes, the enhanced graphics do look very bad compared to the original, but it is what it is, I guess, at this point. And Son of Osiris is getting a little bit out of position here, right up next to everything. And we got a mummy that's coming down, and maybe okay. Yeah, this is a nice, so far been a really nice fight for Lara, but he's pulling back. Guess maybe waiting to have some resources show up and our armory upgrades coming in. Yeah, I definitely prefer the original, which is why you're not going to see me doing a ton of extended edition games. It's just I've kind of been looking at doing a recorded game stream, and I saw that the EE League tournament was done, so we will do that. We have Joey making a market trade route, but where is it? To and from. Oh wow, it's from the back to this town center. That is a terrible market trade route. Yeah, I don't have any mods. And oh, is Son of Osiris getting this far forward with Bellerophon out? That is not good. Bellerophon like basically beats, well, it does beat Son of Osiris one-on-one. Oh, see, if I were Lara there, I would continue to fight that because of where you have the Son of Osiris. Probably should have stayed and fought that.
Into you.
Just because where the Son of Osiris was a terrible position. Now, Lara should start building out over here a little bit more than what he has. And yeah, I agree. The graphics have kind of withstood the test of time. Yes, I did cast those finals, the recorded game finals, and you can find that on my YouTube channel. Yeah, get on that, and then try to get Bellerophon on the Son of Osiris. There he goes. Get your special jump. Now you see him running, kind of when Bellerophon doesn't have a special, he runs Bellerophon around, because when Bellerophon is at full speed, which he wasn't there, he can avoid Chariot Archer fire. There, let me put this in the chat for you.
Into you.
Now Joey's got a push here. That's just mainly because Lara is waiting for, well, I guess he's waiting for the underworld. And he is underworlding right up here. Probably could have placed this a little bit closer. Didn't have line of sight, I guess. But it takes some time. Like he kind of, and then they, Son of Osiris shifted to a terrible spot there. Oh, wow. I mean, it's not random where he shifts. He'll shift in the same spot from here to up there, from down there to here. But yeah, that was not a good spot to shift the Son of Osiris. And with him dead, that's kind of the main staying power of Joe's army. And we've got, are they upgraded? They are. Upgraded Siege, and we'll have almost fully upgraded Myrmidons popping through here. You can see Lara is quite a bit ahead as far as resources gathered. Forcing out the mercenaries. Joe's trade route is not helping him out with this, like, as short of a trade route as he could muster, which he really couldn't get much longer one, I guess, now, because this is all pinched off. Yes, this is a 1v1 tournament on the extended edition. I'm doing recorded games tonight, and looking like Lara's well on his way to a victory on what normally is a raw friendly map, but with the high level of hunt down here by this town center at the beginning of the game, they should probably hop through the underworld. And then all the goats that Joey had that really narrowed the gap, and then, or not Joey, Lara had, or Pegasus, and then, well, no spoilers there, Triss. So try it. If you do remember, don't say. I like how somehow this hoplite is like stuck in the middle of the underworld here. There we go. I don't know who we want. Well, neither do I. Would like to see maybe a few more Hippocon coming out. Just because of the sheer number of chariots that we got going on. I really don't know where all of these units are going. Oh, they are kind of auto coming to attack the catapult here, so they are running all the way around up to there. And Lara should consider repairing his underworld. Yes, this is Joe, who at the beginning, oh, killed both of those towers. Who at the beginning of this matchup really kind of incompetently played. You hope he loses. You got a problem with Joe or what? Man, this catapult behind this wall is really, really putting a hurt on this underworld. Now, can you repair it or not? In the extended edition. Quite the fight going on here. Almost got full, yeah, we do have full upgrades now, along with the technology that improves the attack of the Myrmidon. Now the underworld is dead. Bellerophon will jump over and kill it, but not a huge deal. Lara can build some buildings up here, and we'll also try to push down here. Lara's got quite a substantial advantage. He just kind of needs to organize his push a little bit. I mean, we've got medium Axemen going up against fully upgraded Myrmidons. That's over time not going to go very well. And hello again, Ultra Noob. You can take a look at the kill losses. How does the kills work here? And we can see that Joey is quite behind kill loss ratio and even resources for that. Good evening from Tennessee. Now, Colby, does that, maybe we've had this discussion before, does that make you a Titans fan? Because I'm a Titans fan. But yeah, this game, why am I streaming EE? Because I was feeling like doing some recorded games, and I saw that the extended edition, the league games, the finals were played. So I'm just streaming the finals, just kind of a more of a kind of relaxed night where I don't have to play. And also my computer used to like terribly run the extended edition. I think with some of the recent patches it's kind of helped a little bit. But yeah, now we've kind of got Lara or Pegasus pushing on both sides. And Joey is going to have a hard time withstanding this push over an extended period, especially with his minuscule trade route bringing in 31 gold a trip, as opposed to Lara, who is bringing in, if I can find a return trip, 121 to 31.
Into you.
Upgraded towers. Lara does need to forward build a little bit better though. Like this, it just takes so long for the units to come here. And mummy on the, get the mummy on the Colossus. Mummy on the Colossus. No, not on the Archer. Oh, man. You come all the way there just to use your special on the Archer. And not the Colossus. Even here, okay, we're getting a little bit of a forward build here. But, like, just put, like, a gate in your wall and, like, send, like, 5 more units. I mean, he's got 1,800 wood in the bank, and might as well forward build. Now we're seeing at least a couple more building foundations getting put, but what we got? 1 villager? Got this Helipolis knocking down the barracks because that's the most important building right here. The mommy of 50 Shades. Well, I'll tell you who's the mommy and daddy of 50 Shades. It's the person or team that defeated 50 Shades and his ally in the 2v2 League tournament.
In which? Into you.
I don't need to say the names, but they're legends. Who? You're gonna have to figure that out yourself, man. Next game, no, we watch till the bitter end. That's what we do. We will give it. Look at all these mercenaries too. Holy smokes! All this just to kill a catapult or two. Oh yeah, that makes us his mommy and daddy. Definitely. Definitely. Wiz is a little young to be a parent, but that's okay. You know, might want to like finish this wall here and upgrade your walls. This game could have been over like 5 minutes ago. Just the lack of forward building that we're seeing from Lara is kind of extending the game a little bit, but we've got we've got a Chrono JJ best impression here with a whole bunch of idle villagers, and now they're moved. And we have slightly improved the trade route so that they are now bringing in, well, let's see. Am I going to play tonight? Probably not. Where is your sword? Like I said, I was just going to consider it. I have not made a final answer yet. So how much are they getting now? 43, so he improved his trade route by 12. But now his trade route's going to get attacked. Yeah, I'm not going to play tonight. This is a... this is a relaxed night. I played a little... I did a playing stream earlier in the day. So, not tonight. We'll just watch Lara versus Joe go head-to-head in the finals. This Sarissa is trying to tell me to how to... Well, I didn't remove him, Airtrees. Nice try, he never was. But, yeah, if Lara could just kind of, you know, organize his push a little bit. Like, right now he's got 3 catapults up here that really... He should just, like, finish off this wall so he could wall off his catapults himself. But, you know, I might do a little bit of play fast because... there's not a whole lot going on currently. I mean... like, just the one forward building up here kind of baffles me a little bit. It's almost like, you know, Pegasus, like, knows, like, he's going to win. And it's just kind of, like, relaxed. But Joe is at full resources now. He just has no map control. And it doesn't quite have... he doesn't have all the upgrades yet either. And I don't think... now has just realized... that, no, this is not... I'm going to show all the games tonight. we will make it a little bit of a marathon. So we'll probably be here another hour or a couple hours, I think. You've never seen me on EE? In the last year, my only existence on the EE has been me and Wiz playing the 2v2 tournament.
Garrett.
So we've played 4 games. And this one building the fortress did not work. You know, with the longer the game goes on, though, the less of an advantage that Pegasus has, because kind of the Zeus early mythic to kind of mid mythic, I guess you could call it, is kind of the advantage because of Hephaestus getting all those armory upgrades out faster. But we're getting to the point where we do have Lara or Joey with line 2 of all upgrades, and then the 3rd armory upgrade. And the fact that this is taking so long for Pegasus to do stuff, it's just kind of delaying. Early mythic is good only as long as Osiris is around.
Into you.
But Bellerophon pretty much hard counters Osiris, so in this situation the Osiris doesn't really make early Ra good, because Bellerophon will just run and jump on top of him, and then the Osiris can't stay there and fight. That's why, in my opinion, Zeus has always been a pretty hard counter to Ra, because Osiris is just so valuable to Ra's mythic age, but Bellerophon has always just countered him. I mean, before that, in the olden days, it was just Bolt. Zeus would just save Bolt until he used Osiris.
Into you. In which.
And then you had kind of the jacked up maps in the olden days where Ra would kind of be having a hard time getting 2nd or 3rd gold mines and stuff. But
Into you.
but now we're getting finally what Pegasus should have done a while ago, is get all of his towers. Yes, I am sure after all the tips you gave him, you are the reason why he improved, which whatever. Yeah, now we get the towers up with hopefully crenellations. Yeah, that will be it. Does blue have a chance? No, not really. We see now that he is running out of gold because he's been having to pump out mercenaries, and with his massive 44 gold trade route, it's about over. You start to understand my voice. Well, that's good. Oh yeah, you were the guy that you said that you can read English, but hearing it is a little bit different. But yeah, this game is just about in its dwindling end now that Pegasus has finally done what he needed to do, which is the forward build, the towers for the mercenaries, and then you just kind of hide catapults and or Heliopolis kind of through it. And yo, what's up? So yeah, this is game 1. And we will be here. It is a best of 7, and I am planning to do all 7 tonight. So now that we've got upgraded walls and catapults behind it, we are... Yeah. Joey, actually, now that his market is done, again, he has no trade route. So yeah, this should be the final GG. We will just skip ahead a little bit. There we go. So yeah, took a little bit longer than what it should have, but that's okay. We can see Lara was ahead in Villies. Joey really just kind of put himself in a corner with a very strange early game. Like, his classical age really confounded me. What counters Zeus? I guess it depends exactly on what kind of meta you're talking about. Uh, I've always felt that Isis has done well against does well against Zeus, though with kind of some of the differences in the patch changes and stuff, maybe not as much as used to. But that is 1-0 to Joe. I feel like Oranos can do well against Zeus, played well. So yeah, we have a 1-0 to start off the series, and we will move on to game number 2. Zeus versus Isis on Anatolia. Now this Anatolia, Zeus versus Isis, I've always liked Isis on Anatolia. Feel like Isis is one of the best gods on Anatolia. Airtrees, for some reason, is not a fan of Joe. And we have... Okay. The early... Granary for the boar. You tend to see kind of the Zeus or Greek trying to avoid making a granary on water maps. But the increase of resources you get from the boar is kind of makes it worth it, and especially because, I mean, it's a long walk on Anatolia anyway. Now, they are docking on opposite sides of the map. So, Lara on the bottom first. And we have Pegasus on the, or Joe on the top. I'm getting confused. So Joe is the color red. He has a relic that increases the attack of spearmen. Well, that's cool. And halberdiers. That must be for Chinese. Ensemble Studios was disbanded by Microsoft after Age of Empires 3. And where they went from there, I am not sure. But that's too bad. Winner of EEL gets to replace Wiz as Chrono's partner. I don't know. I mean... But yeah, so we've got Joey up on the top, and he is Isis. And we have Pegasus, a.k.a. Lara, at the bottom, and he is Zeus again. I like Isis on this map. I feel like Isis is better than Zeus, but I would think as far as all gods that you could go to do well against Isis, Zeus is one of those on Anatolia. Probably one of the better that matches up. Atlantean, not so good. Norse, not so good. Set, not really. Kind of decent. Ra, not so good. So yeah, Zeus is pretty decent as a choice, but still, it's the advantage Isis. Now, did they switch colors? Is that what's gotten me confused? I think that's what got me confused, because I think Joey was blue last game. So you said you didn't know who the players were, Sariza. These are two of the best players that currently are playing. Both on the Voobly, which is the original AOM/AOT, and also Extended Edition. I mean, this is why they're in the finals. Joey has been in the finals of the last 3 Voobly tournaments, and he's in the finals for the EE League here. Yes, there was a prize. Not sure what it is, or was. I guess the tournament is over now. But yeah, it's usually around a couple $100 or US dollars. Now, both players will want to switch over and dock on the other side as well. Pegasus will want to do as much pressure as he can. The early farms is really, early fish is really beneficial for Isis, and I'd say, like, of all gods, Egyptian benefits the most from water. Not exactly sure why that is. I think as far as gather rate, their boats are, like, although they're Egyptian gatherers, slightly slower. But another thing that's good for Isis or any Egyptian on water is the ability to spam docks for 50 gold, whereas the Greek has to spend, what, almost 120 or something? Joey building a dock way in the back. I wonder if he's trying to like avoid detection back here or something. So we'll see both players probably a little bit slower to like a 5:15 to 5:30 advance. And we'll probably see maybe just a little bit of fight on the water, but then they'll mainly be skipping up heroic kind of as quick as they can. Not like a straight up fast heroic, but kind of a semi fast heroic to like maybe a 8:30 to 9 o'clock advance where they're hitting heroic at that time. The Zeus here can do a little bit of different stuff. Could try to do like a classical age pressure, which isn't that great anyway, but more so maybe doing like a fast heroic with Dionysius to get some skill out. I'm not sure how good skill are on the extended edition. I mean, I would assume they're still pretty good. Due to free armory, storehouses, 50 gold docks. Yeah, you're right. There is that also does come into play because of that, because other civs have to put more resources into advancing. Yeah, Airtree's, you have to, don't mind him. Kind of got, I don't know, some sort of strange fetish with internet girls. So, it's okay, I guess. Can't harm them on the internet. Peggy outmassed Greek and classical and water. Yeah, Joey could if he wants. Let's see. He's going up Bast. Could maybe have gone up Anubis, but your ancestor's Eclipse is so strong. And Pegasus is up 72%. Athena. And we see what? 1, 2, 3 docks. 1, 2, 3, 4 docks on the top. And it's going to be just so hard for, especially on Anatolia. You can't really pressure the fish very well because of how close they spawn to the coast. So you can put this dock. I mean, look how close. I mean, you got your fishing ship sitting right on top of your dock. So if Pegasus tries to do like classical age harass, you really can't because of how close the fish is to the docks. Pegasus is probably just going to upgrade his fit, yeah, per sign. And then, yeah, we see him building his armory. So he will be doing a straight up fast heroic without any boat harass at all. We can see we're not, now we see finally one trireme coming through. I see what his resources are. It doesn't have a ton of resources yet, so we we'll not see him advancing for a couple, probably a minute or two. Yeah, and we do see Joe getting his monument built and a Bennett. So now we're seeing what let's kind of talk about is just a little bit of boat harass as they go up to like a semi-quick heroic age. Now, Airtrees, does it count if I'm holding my daughter? Can I participate then? Let's get off of this. Let's look at the resources. It'll be very important to see how fast we're aging up. So, Pegasus soon. Joey will end up probably casting Prosperity to get the gold that he needs to age up. Probably should also... Where is his Pharaoh at, anyway? Attempting to locate Pegasus Pharaoh. Here he is, up here. Empowering the wood. Put the Sphinx down here. Could actually get some damage in on this wood line. Joey is kind of, seems like he's aging up slower than what he should be. This is why. Joey is making a lot of boats here. So that's slowing down his age up, but quite a bit. And Pegasus will be clicking up, should be clicking up now. There he is. He just clicked up, so 8-10 advance. That's decent. Maybe a little slower than what he could, but man, Joey's really pushing hard on the water. Which he can do as Sigma eloquently put in the chat, provided reasons as to why the Egyptian can age up, do the semi-fast heroic better. Now we see prosperity, which will start pouring in the gold into Joey's coffers. And Joey has won the water on the top pretty handily at this point. Lara will have his Skilla spawn on the bottom, so I wonder if he will just give up on the top here and fight only bottom. Yeah, I guess maybe you watched more of his games, but yeah, no, I would have thought that he would have gone Hermes in the first one, and you could, I would think most players would probably go Hermes here as well, especially if you're doing kind of a semi-quick heroic. Now Joey is up 11%, and okay, we have a lot of boats spawning. Now does Pegasus have favor? He only has 12 favor. He needs to get more because his first skill is going to spawn down here because this is where he put his first dock.
Into you. N wedge. Gehrig.
So he needs to get a few more villies on the favor.
N wedge.
So he can get some more. And is he going to do like a underworld kind of? No, he can't. Duh, he can't do underworld because he went up. Get these never-ending ripples going across the map.
Into you.
Yeah, Pegasus probably wants to get a skill up here, but he has no favor. Now he's praying. Okay, getting a little bit more favor. Should kill a priest. Oh, this priest is cheating and is catching up to the other priest because they are put in the same group, so he's actually running faster than what he should have.
Into you.
Yeah, you're right. And yeah, here is the Migdol right there. And now Ancestor's Eclipse. Ooh. Is Lara? He is going up. This is... I've never liked the straight up fast mythic. You just don't get any value out of lightning. And now we have the minions sitting right on the base. Where pretty much, I mean, we've got so many idle vills right now from Pegasus sitting in this town center. And we'll have more idle vills. Yeah, the fast mythic is just such a low percentage play. It's not the way to beat Isis. You can beat Isis, which it's still hard. But Zeus can beat Isis playing a little bit more standard. But the fast mythic for Lightning Storm, that just gets you nothing. Because really all Lightning Storm does is help you win one fight. And in order to come back from this position against a good Isis, you need to win like 5 fights. So the Lightning Storm to win one fight won't accomplish anything. And yeah, Lara did put quite a bit more resources into the water up here. And promptly lost his boats. And the Skilla down here, Joey's just kind of ignoring this because he's got full map control and he's got water up here with the second upgrade. And EE, hi. Hello, Goody4. And mass elephants. Joey can afford that with all of his resources that he's getting from all his fish. And we have Lightning Storm being used just to win a fight. No, this is going to be 1-1 because red is different. I mean, red is 2-0. But so Lara spent 2,000 resources, Mythic Age. I guess he does get Myrmidon access, but 2,000 resources or Lightning Storm just to win kind of a pointless fight. You don't get any value out of that. I'm surprised Joey didn't make like a few more hammer ships down here. Because really all Lara has is just one Skilla and a Trireme. It's kind of weird. Still do have restoration. Yeah, it is choppier, even on just a recorded game. Now, I would like to see this Greek surgeon come out and heal up this four-headed Hydra. That would be massive. Really, the only way Lara could win is if he pushes through here right now. And he just doesn't quite have the army. Oh man, I'd love to see. Oh well, that's the end of that. Well, no surgeon coming out to heal up the Hydra. And Joey has one water, and he is moving all of his boats down. Probably might want to consider just putting one more dock here and then making 3 more. Joey should put up barracks, maybe here and here, just to get. He's gonna need axemen for this. Even though he's behind in score, he is ahead just based on map control and stuff. Though should work a little bit at winning the, or at least using the water here. And yeah, that is a great town center placement, as long as you can get it. Like, if you can't get your town center, then it sucks, because your opponent has it. But since Joey has it, it's such a good town center placement for him. Does have the second fish upgrade. Lara only has the first. Wood upgrades, okay, second line of both of those. Now, Pegasus, how much gold does he have left in this gold mine, or both of these? This is going to be maybe a little bit of a problem for Pegasus. Or maybe a huge problem, is that once his gold mines run out. Okay, there's 600 in that one, and 300. So Pegasus only has 800 more gold in his base, which means he's going to have to come to this one next. That's his closest middle gold mine. Elephants to tank damage. Chariots to mow them down. You can see without any armory upgrades, even the Myrmidon die really fast to chariots. At least get the first Pierce upgrade. When you play against Egyptian, the first armory upgrade you want to get is going to be that Pierce armor. It's because you're going to be fighting against buildings and chariots. And if Joey kind of uses his brain cells, you'll know that Lara should be running out of gold right about now. And then looking at blocking right there. But yeah, this... Lara has to fight, but this is just not the place to fight. I mean, look how many units he's losing just to kill one elephant. And really, the elephant isn't really very expensive for Joey anyway, since he's got water. The 180 food for an elephant isn't really that bad. Okay, here come the axemen, though. Should pop these units out on the other side of the Migdal, though. Nah, don't want them there. You can just garrison them. There you go. Okay, got it. Okay, well, we've only got this gold mine left. We've got 16, 12, 10, and 6, 0 gold. And now Pegasus needs to move to this top gold mine. They're right now at even population. 108 to 108. And actually, villagers are right at... The cost is irrelevant. You are a punny guy. Just too punny. So Joey has full control of water and half of the other. We got the Carcinos coming in. Let's see this thing work. Look at it, even swim sideways. What a dumb crab. Well, if Joe didn't know that Lara was going to this gold mine, he should know just based on how Lara repositioned his army. I want to see this Carcinos fight something. It's not an often seen unit. So Joey should just be going right here and pushing on this gold mine. Alright. Can't even catch up to the fish, the crab's so slow. The Carcinos, one of the worst myth units in the game. Alright, well Joe's got a fortified town center. Production he is going... Yeah, just getting techs and stuff at this point. Yeah, I mean, Joey could do a lot of things right here. He could push town center. He could raid the gold. Right now he's pushing here. We've got Peltas, which they work great as long as you're microing them on the chariots, but in order to get to the chariots they need to get right next to the elephants. And the elephants are just mowing everything down and tanking damage from the few hoplites. Yeah, well, I think actually... Yeah, it is slightly. Okay, so the chariots are coming over for a raid. Pegasus is trying to block off. Raid there. We got... What kind of upgrades we got? Oh, wow. All the way up to the top. Not looking so good for Lara. What in the world are these ripples coming from? Oh man, the extended edition. Yeah, this middle TC just such a juicy location. Do we have an armory upgrade yet? At least? No. Oh man, you gotta have your pierce armor by this point. You got to. I mean, he does have the resources almost for it. He's got 30 villagers on gold. Yeah, so far Joey really hasn't like really put a concerted effort to pushing anywhere. He kind of just will fight here, clear up the army, and then just like move down here, and he's kind of done that back and forth a few times now, where I mean it is getting him quite a unit advantage as far as kill death and stuff, but it would be nice to actually see him like finish a push, which maybe he will finish this one. Doing them slightly micro your priests or your chariots a little bit. When you see the Peltas shooting at them, just kind of run whichever one they're shooting at back. One thing that does hurt Peltas is their long attack animation. Makes it hard to get those good shots in. Because it takes them so long to actually shoot that javelin, it's easy to dodge the attack. Oh, we have a restoration used now. So most units have, yeah, one TC a Feist would be more, anything would be more effective than the one town center lightning storm. Yeah, Sigma, the main problem actually, I mean, how they can work isn't bad. It's just the long attack animation. Attack animations are actually a lot more important than what people give them credit for. But that's GG. So well played by Joe. Feel like Pegasus just went for the wrong strategy there. Blossom Goose with the 7-month subscription. That's awesome. So 1-1 right now, and I'd say like so far it really hasn't been like the victories haven't really been so much of like player outplays as opposed to just player misplays and casting the rain god power. In that Joey kind of had an incompetent early raw game last game, and then Lara just picked the wrong strategy here, which that's kind of what it strategy choice or blatant like resource or I guess misplay kind of leads to a lot of losses. But it's easy when you're watching the recorded game to like say, yeah, that was wrong, that was wrong, that was wrong. But it is useful if you watch your own recorded games, if you really want to spend the time to get better, to kind of, if you're able to and see, okay, I just chose the wrong strategy, and then not do that the next time. But we actually see Lara as in, we'll have a better eco than the Egyptian. So it's about even up to about, here, but then Lightning Storm just does nothing for him. So that is 1-1. What did I have? Any important? I don't know who is. Oh, this is an old clanmate of thine. Insane, and a few other my ex-clanmates. But we are busy, so we're going to go to game number 3. Isis versus, are we going to see all Isis versus Zeus? And this time it's Ghost Lake. Well, this is substantially different than what we've seen so far, so that's cool. So on the top, just to further confuse me, they are switching colors again. And we have Joe as the Isis, and on the bottom we have Pegasus, aka Lara, has Zeus again on Ghost Lake. So yes, it's 1-1. We got a lot of goats right here in the middle. So Ghost Lake is a map that I don't know exactly the parameters for the extended edition maps, but this is a nice hunt spawn for Ghost Lake. It's got 2 hunt spawn, at least on the Voobly, which is more consistent to the original. You can have either 1 or 2 of your caribou spawn. So we've got a 2 caribou spawn along with 2 aurochs in the base. So this is about as much hunt as you would normally could see on Ghost Lake, which doesn't really benefit either player, I guess. Isis likes hunt too. Zeus does as well. I'd probably say Isis works better on lower hunt. But we've also got goats too. So this will actually be a pretty high food Ghost Lake, all things considered. And a nice pack of caribou right next to this back town center. And we've got our 2 gold mines right here. And now this is cool. So one thing, I'll give you a little map insight, is that the number of gold mines on maps vary, and I don't mean just map to map, like Watering Hole has more than Ghost Lake, but even within the map spawns itself, you can have quite a variety of different gold mines, and we have a 2 gold mine variety of Ghost Lake, which is pretty small when you consider most maps have about 5 to 7 large gold mines per player. This is only 2, and for Joey, they have both spawned right next to each other. So if Lara could get control of this position, he wins. Now that's easier said than done. But I wouldn't say it's impossible to do that as a Zeus. Especially if he goes like just straight up 1 town center and just as a heavy classical age. That could, because you only need to control 1 spot, that could work against like an Isis Fast Heroic here. But you'd have to know that ahead of time though, when you start thinking about that. Hello, Cackle. Good to see you around. Otherwise, yeah, the hunt, yeah, it's pretty even for both players. The one thing is Lara does have his gold mines on either side, so that does make the gold starve a little bit harder for Joey because he'd have to look at both sides of the map. But so yeah, if Joey can control this, the 2 gold mines being next to each other is better. But if he can't, then the 2 gold mines being next to each other is disaster. So it's kind of a risk-reward kind of thing, I guess, that the map set up for him. And, oh, Joey is getting all of the center goats. Let's see how the scouting has been. For Lara actually just missed with the way his scouting pathed through the middle. I think he just ran right in between almost all of the goats. He might have found 1 pack, but he missed a few packs. To the point where Joey has quite a few more goats. In fact, since I have this little thing here, units, 15 to 11 goats, and really I'd say the Greek should get more goats. The scouting is a little bit quicker for the scout himself. We got this obelisk kind of intercepting. Alright, well, I would assume we will see from Lara the Athena again. Yep, there she is, getting trained. And we'll see what happens here. But yeah, as far as Ghost Lake, like what Civ has the advantage, I'd say this is a pretty even matchup for Zeus v Isis. Both gods can do some damage here. You might see the Isis one town center fast heroic push. That's kind of, I guess, kind of historically been the standard play. Could maybe with the high hunt see a 2-town center, but then I'd say Joey runs the risk of getting gold blocked. So yeah, this is kind of nice. You put your market here and what a wall, and you've got, you know, half of your trade route already protected. Well, he doesn't need to chop through this wood there though. So we'll see. As far as town centers, I mean, this one like basically protects almost nothing. This one gets maybe just a little bit of food. And this is actually a really important town center because it keeps the gold mine behind it. So I don't know. You could kind of go a few different ways here if you're the Greek. It looks like he will be... Okay, he's training up Odysseus. Yep, and then we'll probably be getting a town center is my guess. And then doing 2-town center and probably Hippocon again. Does he have Pegasus? Does he have the hunt scouted? He does, so he knows that Joey is there. So Joey will just sit on this hunt for as long as he can, which is almost gone now. He's building this wall so that his units can sneak through when the raid shows up. And then he'll just be able to hop to the goats and age up to heroic that way. Is this wall long enough to upgrade to a gate? Yeah, it is. So where are these? Okay, here comes the first units. Might see the immediate bolts on the Pharaoh. I would probably just not do that though. You don't get any value out of that at this point. And really pushing him off of hunt, he was going to be leaving. Soon would he leave? Just 170 hunt on the floor. Now we are seeing from Lara. What is he spending his resource? Okay, here it is. Alright. I was assuming he was going to take a town center. It seems like it's maybe a little bit slower than what it could be. As far as what he could have gathered it as. And Joey with the very slow, this is again standard. Yeah, he'll just be doing 1 town center fast heroic. He can't afford to, because if he loses control of these gold mines here, it's over. Because these are the only 2 gold mines that he has. So I like the maps that have low gold mine. It kind of adds a new kind of, or a different kind of focus, because you can't see gold starve, but when there's just so few gold mines. In fact, I think on the original maps there was even a 1 gold mine variation where you would only get 1 extra gold mine, and that, like, if you were stuck in classical age when the gold ran out, I mean, it was only 1 gold mine, which in some of the olden days goofy games you'd see. I mean, that'd be it. How are you gonna advance? Sphinx taking some damage from Odysseus. Now, goat counts. What did they end up at? So 14 to 10, and Joey has already have eaten a few of his goats. Joey should be aging up soon. Did he get husbandry? Okay, he did. That's cool. And also get the staff of Dionysius, so villagers gather more food. So these vills all have a ton of food in the bank. So as soon as this armory is done, Joey should be able to force drop and age up. Yeah, I went from like 300 food to 951 because of the Staff of Dionysius. What other relic? Villagers. Okay, so we on garrison. The villagers carry more food. The villagers carry more food helps with farming. Otherwise, it's a little bit of overkill when it comes to non-farming and just kind of results in your villas kind of unnecessarily holding way too much food, which prevents you from using it. So 2 town centers, we are seeing Hippicon, and Toxotes, along with infantry as more hack armor. Finishing off this, trying to wall this off, that goat's in the way. So yeah, Pegasus got the proper town center to protect his gold mine. Does also get a berry patch along with it, and is hunting his caribou over here. Joey will be up right around 9:15. Now the question is, does he use Ancestor's Eclipse right away on Lara's base to cause kind of some economic mayhem? Or does he wait and do it with a heavy push on this town center? Could go either way, depending on what he wants. Now Lara is really pumping units here. I would assume at this point Lara knows. He actually doesn't necessarily know that these are Joey's only gold mines. He needs to scout the edge of the map. Like if he knew that these were the only gold mines, I think we would see this hero over here. It'd almost be worth to bolt. Okay, as I say that, bolts the son of Osiris. Yeah, if he had his other hero here, oh, that Sphinx is gonna get away. That's well played by Joe there. Yeah, Jason protecting this gold mine, or that town center, really shouldn't be there. Because these priests will eventually knock down Odysseus. And, okay, so we have Ancestor's Eclipse in the base. Force Villius idle, and Willist didn't quite have enough units to take that Migdal Dawn, which hurts. But I'd say of all Ancestor's Eclipse, this isn't exactly super effective. 12 Vills idle, which is pretty strong, but only, what, 2 dead? And actually they could ungarrison now and go back in. And really by the time these find something, they won't really be able to do a whole lot. Ungarrison, man. And now he's gonna he will lose a few garrison. Get him in the tower. Oh, now these are vills that he shouldn't be losing, and he's lost 3 more vills down here. And they should not have died. Is that 2? Oh, going forward too against the eclipsed myth units, and that's gonna hurt. He's gonna lose a ton of hit points on his. Oh, where is he going with these Hippicon? Ouch. We have 3 scorpion men. That is painful as a Greek when you're in classical age, because you only have 2 heroes to combat that. I guess. It's all these goats hiding in the corner. Oh man, he forgot his house is like me. That makes me feel so much better about myself. But so far, I'd say with how the game has turned out, Joey's got the advantage. He does only have 1 town center to Pegasus 2, and there is no more Ancestor's Eclipse push. And Pegasus does have the map pretty well walled in. So Joey really needs to consider, okay, here's his siege workshop. Joey really can't get too much pressure until he gets his siege going. And he knows that he can't pressure without siege, so he's coming down for a raid. This is the right play by him. Just maybe kill a Vill, or at least cause some more to be idle. So, not killing it. He could kill these. In fact, this one is half health, but oh, it doesn't quite go the right way. We've got some Hippocon kind of coming in to help defend. And I'm gonna turn on my voice mod. No, I don't have that. Sorry. And here come the four Scorpion Men, and they will promptly destroy all Hippocon. And really, there's against Zeus, what you do as Isis here is you do exactly what. Oh, almost got the special attack on. You do exactly what Joey's doing, is you mass chariots to get at the heroes, and then you get a lot of Scorpion Men to kill the rest of the units. But just have to be careful not to lose Scorpion Men for no reason, because that's the power of the Isis push. That's also what you miss when you use Ancestor's Eclipse on the enemy economy, is that you're not getting your Ancestor's Eclipse push with 4 Scorpion Men. Joey needs another siege tower. You really should start pushing. And when you compare military, Joey is substantially ahead. I mean, you got just a few Hippocon coming down here to defend this town center. And these sieges need to start sieging.
Into you.
Lara is aging up Dionysius. Oh man, his chariots could have caused some damage if they would have continued to come around, and they are. So we've got the chariots coming around the back while the attack is coming in through the front. You need to be careful not to lose units. It looks like the chariots will maybe now run back around. Now there are no, currently Lara has no vills to defend this. He does have a restoration if he needs to fight, and he will have bronze in a little bit. He is up 97%. He really will need a third hero as well. There, oh, he's trying to build him. He queued him for a brief moment and then stopped. And I'm not sure he's going to be able to hold this. Okay, we have bronze, we have a Hydra, and retreating at the face of the bronze. Okay. If I were Joe, I'd probably fight that a little bit longer. Or at least, like, right now, turn and fight. Because the only thing you really need to be scared of, or even though you've got bronze, are the heroes. Because they're what will kill your the main part of your army. So, should be getting the chariot should be targeting the heroes right now. Which they are. Now the Scorpion Men are going in for a raid, it looks like. I mean, are they gonna go for? Because these guys are kind of useless. So we have our first surgeon sighting, and we have the Scorpion Men coming in from the back for a kind of like a flank, coming in right next to Odysseus, and now they are running. But Lara is way too far ahead, far forward right now. Gets out without maybe losing too much. This Odysseus living for so long is causing a little bit of a headache for Joey. And now we have a restoration. So Lara has used both of his god powers now to try to sustain, or first survive the push down here, and then to try to sustain it. But he won't be able to sustain the push, at least not yet. Joey only has this many on gold. Okay, here comes some more. Joey gets his third town center. He's about to lose 2 of his Scorpion Men. And there goes the, down to what, just 1 Scorpion Man? And Odysseus, oh no, we got another one showing up. Odysseus trying to retreat away from these. Wait a minute, can the surgeon actually attack? Oh, wants to finish off that scorpion man, but not quite. Here comes Heracles. Overall, that was actually a pretty nice fight. He doesn't have an attack. It looked like he was trying to there, but maybe he was like healing or something. Well, let's take a look at eco upgrades. Okay, first and second line. Joey has just pretty poor eco upgrades. Now Joey is at 3 town centers, as is Pegasus. Joey was slightly behind in grabbing them. In fact, let's look at our unit count here. There's something. What are we looking for? Resources. Lara's already at full pop villager resources, and we can see, looking at the eco, he is quite a bit ahead, a little bit more so than like what you'd even expect from the Zeus comparison to Egyptian. And we actually have Joey coming down here and feasting off of Lara's town center. Lara's almost full. Well, he is full pop. No armory upgrades again, though. But the lack of early pierce armor upgrades so far for all the games is a little bit confusing to me. Heracles in on the Scorpion Man there. Problem with Heracles, he's gotta get up right in close and personal. But these two Scorpion Men probably should not have died as easily as they did. And just gotta be careful. You don't want your Toxotes. You gotta micro them. You don't want them shooting at the siege tower, because that does no damage. Man, if Lara could find this out. It's actually a nice sneak. I don't think as Pegasus here, I would anticipate my opponent stealing my gold mine. That wouldn't fit. And actually, this is an extra gold mine. Or is it? No, it's not. Never mind. This is, yeah, Pegasus gold mine, and he's making a storehouse now, so he's gonna get line of sight of all of that. Pecan, do they have armory upgrade yet? No, get your pierce armor, Lara. Elephant tanked a ton of damage there. We do have heavy Toxotes though, so that's good. But how are Joey's eco upgrades? Still not very good, and Pegasus are better. That'll help Pegasus for sure. Chariots are just so annoying to attack because they're so fast. Now we've got the siege towers really just coming in to be an annoyance. They actually don't do, yeah, they do okay damage, nothing to like get too excited about, but they actually can. I mean, we can see they can kill Toxotes, and Joey managed to wall these Greek vills on the wrong side of the wall, and we've got a vill fight going on down here while we have Toxotes shooting at the siege tower. Well, just one volley. So we've got a 17-minute vill fight. I love it. But Lara's losing the vill fight. Still no pierce armor upgrade. I think, with it being midnight already, I'm pretty sure I'm going to... Oh, we have a lightning storm. I missed the lightning storm coming, and... Okay. Kill some vills. Kill some chariots. And that... It's these guys that are unlucky enough to spawn outside of the barracks right at the tail end. How much gold is left on this gold mine for Joey. 800 gold. So Pegasus is going for... Man, actually, Joey stealing this gold mine is huge. Because if he's not on that gold mine, he's mining from here, and this is out of gold right now. Joey does have 1,600 gold in the bank, but he's at 86 pop. The question is, can Pegasus keep up the pressure now? Now I see the mercenary spam. What's up, man? I'm doing a few recorded games here, the EE League finals between Joey and Pegasus, and right now Joey is mostly pushed off of gold. EE mod, which is good for observing 1v1. So what does that improve, I guess, would be the question. Is it like all the unit stats and stuff? And building a forward tower. Now, Joey has just a slight bit of a trade route, but he now has Son of Osiris. And do we have a Bellerophon out for Pegasus at all, who currently has no gold and might end up, getting pushed off of the gold mine. I'm not sure why he went to this gold mine with all these vills when he was securing this one, which is much safer for him. Okay, well that's helpful. I can't believe he doesn't have any Pierce Armor upgrades yet. Well, we have now Hera, which really does not give any sort of long-lasting benefit. You're basically Lightning Storm and Medusa and done. The Medusa costs 28 favor, which is quite a bit. And Osiris, while he's living, is kind of going to smoke the Medusa. So, as the game goes on and on, it will slide to Joey's favor. As far as matchup. Because Hera doesn't give anything really outside of Lightning Storm and a super expensive insta-kill unit, which, don't get me wrong, the Medusa isn't terrible. She's just so expensive, you can't really spam her as much as you want. And Osiris getting real personal with this town center, losing hit points for no reason. And we've got a raid coming over. There is trying. Mummy or Medusa wins. I think they kill each other. Maybe the Medusa wins. I think the Medusa special takes... I don't know, it'll be close. I think the Medusa might get her special off sooner, but I'm not... Don't quote me on that. But if they attack simultaneously, I don't know if the Mummy would get his special off. But they both kind of have long animations. They've got only 2 siege units. These villagers will probably be able to finish it off. And now we have Bellerophon flying in, you'd hope to get in on. His range the same. It's pretty close for sure. Where's the range? 10 range. Yeah, the Lampades gets his special out because the before everything, because of this very short attack animation. I'm not sure between the Mummy and the Medusa, but I think the Medusa's is maybe slightly faster. Ooh, Osiris in a bad spot right here. Oh man, he's gonna lose a lot of hit points. Oh, if you can reassign Bellerophon to jump on him. Oh, well. There goes the Mummy. Well, we were almost maybe just able to see, but the mummy, the Medusa died, and then the mummy died. And what kind of a trade route we got for Lara? Pretty good, actually. And what kind of trade route we got for Joe? Pretty bad, actually. But Joe still does have a lot of gold in his gold mine here because he snagged a lot from Lara. 2,400 left and 3,400. Free up pop space. I mean, it depends. You don't really. I mean, you don't really want to, use your chaos on something that's right next to yours. The baboon is a new remote. Yeah, that is one of the new ones. Saby cat. Got a lot of hippocons. They will do very well against the archers if they have. Oh man. This lack of pierce armor really frustrating me. Not even only the first wood upgrade. Joe's not much better. Joe should also rebuild his market, like way down in this perfect corner for him too. Yeah, we see heavy hippocon without any pierce armor. Now we see champion hippocon without any pierce armor. Finally we're getting at research though, at this very late stage in the game. So Lara's up slightly in kill loss ratio. It's killed a ton of chariots. But it's very close. Because Lara is going to run out of his gold soon. Though he has a pretty healthy trade route. Joey isn't in a bad spot either. His trade route is slightly behind Lara's, but he's still got quite a bit of gold left on this gold mine. These Hippocon need their armory upgrades as soon as possible. Oh, not quite able to finish the siege workshop. I do have bad news for you guys. I'm getting really tired. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this tonight. Because we're only 3 games in. And there could be as many as 4 more. And I am really tired. 12 o'clock is really as far into the night as I should stay up anyway. Because I'll have Cam crawling on me at 6:30. Which will mean I'll be tired again tomorrow night. Maybe I'll try to take a nap. Yeah, you just got here. But, so yeah, that'll be a for sure thing. I'm going to go to bed after this game. And then I will finish the series tomorrow night. And I'll try to take maybe I can snag a little nap sometime in the afternoon. So, no more gold for Lara as far as on the map. But he's got a really nice trade route. Now, he should really just start sending these vills forward and forward building. Because this is like wide open here. Joey doesn't even have any armory upgrades. Because really the push here, with this gold mine almost being done, Lara should value pushing over here instead. Okay, Eon, okay. Shows up just to say okay. Well, we still got this game, which is really close. Joey is behind in score. Did I miss Joey losing his Osiris somehow? Because I am not seeing him anywhere. 1 sub for 1 more game. No, sorry. No. But yeah, this fight under these Migdals, though, is again, it's kind of a delaying fight that as the game gets more and more delayed, Joey becomes better. No, 2 subs isn't enough. It would take many more than that. Yeah, good night. Thank you for the videos. Thank you for watching. I hope to maybe see you tomorrow night, or, you know, you can always just watch watch the videos on Twitch or YouTube at your leisure. So, yeah, when I'm saying that this fight really doesn't accomplish a whole lot for Lara, so Lara as it is currently has the advantage. His trade route is a better. He has at least now he really has better upgraded units, but fighting here, I mean, it's kind of an unimportant location on the map now because there's no gold. What he really needs to do is kind of switch his sign of attack, because he can just forward build here and be right next to this town center, whereas if he wants to fight this town center, he's got to move through all of this. And again, the longer the game goes, and as Joey's able to solidify, you'll get the late game mercenaries versus a non... Well, I mean, Hephaestus, I guess. I mean, the Plenty Vault is helpful. So, yeah, Hephaestus is better long run than Hera, far and away. So, yeah, it's just... all Joey really has to do is just kind of hold here. And he'll be okay. What Pegasus needs to do is attack down here. And, yeah, he doesn't look like he has any plans of attacking yet. He's just kind of making some defensive crap, because he's at full pop with a ton of resources in the bank. Joey is only at 123 at 169 pop, and he does not have like any resources in the bank. But as long as Pegasus keeps on kind of pointlessly fighting right here over an unimportant spot on the map, it gives Joey time to stabilize, get his trade route, which he's got a trade route that's also being empowered, and he rebuilt his market, which is awesome. And soon he'll have all the gold that he needs to start spamming mercs. So probably by the time Lara clears this out and comes here, the mercs will be ready, and Joey could probably defend. So we see a few Toxotes, which that's just probably because the spearmen are there. Do we have more upgrades though? Still only the first wood upgrade and only the second farm upgrade. Has nice military upgrades though, but the eco upgrade's kind of lacking. And yeah, no siege, so Joe is defending here. Finally have a Petropolis, kind of dueling walls over here as well, unupgraded at this point. Like, where's the siege? Lara could really use the Helipolis about this point. Oh man, see, he's at pop. This is the one thing I don't like about autoqueue, and why I don't use it on military outside of siege, is that when your units die, they'll be replaced by the first one that can fit in the pop. So if you lose the 3 pop Hippocon, a new Hippocon is going to pop out every time, and your 5 pop Helipolis is going to sit untrained. And that's what we see there. So Joe has 100. He does have 100 favor. Well, not only like to see him maybe get the desert wind technology. Oh, finish that wall before the merc gets in. Is that goat gonna mess you up? Oh, there's a hole. Oh, there's a hole up there. Oh man, there's a hole in that wall. Oh, I need to finish that off too. Alright, so now Pegasus is getting a little bit more reasonable of a forward over here. He's kind of being pushed back here. Now he finally gets his first Helipolis to train up here, but it's by itself and getting smoked by all those spearmen. Catapults shooting at villagers. Do we have crenellations? No crenellations. Need those crenellations, man. Hey, 0529 with the follow. Towards the tail end of the game, maybe? Though it's still pretty even. I mean, Joey is way behind in score, but Pegasus has not been able to do anything with his advantage for the last 10 minutes. So, we'll see. I mean, this is Pegasus's way to win, is right here. But Joey, they're sneaking in through this little hole in the wall, and now there's a... he made the gate there. But we've got the spearmen running through. It looks like crenellations got researched. Oh, they're just able to hit that spearman. So Pegasus is at full pop. Him not finishing this wall is really gonna hurt too. And I think now he just realized, yes, there is a wall, and he's trying to get it built. Yeah, without the crenellations, these mercenary cavalry are living so long, killing a ton of the forward vills that Pegasus has here. Look at him, he has 4,200 gold or wood in his bank, and he's got 15 wood vills right here, and now he's sending them up. Okay. Alrighty, and up here this fight is kind of changing into nothing because Joey or Pegasus realized that this fight really doesn't accomplish anything, and his easiest way to win is to do what he's doing here. But he needs to finish these walls. Okay, okay. He couldn't even upgrade his walls another time too. We've got a siege tower. Will it get on this wall? Will Bellerophon get on the siege tower? Looks like it. What kind of relic is this right here? Infantry is more hack armor. Okay, not terrible. Okay, so we are... Man, no crenellations yet. And still kind of struggling getting his last armory upgrades too. Look at all of these siege workshops right here. Okay, so one goes down, another one is ready to pump out more catapults. Joey's sitting decent resource count. A little bit behind in armory upgrades still though. Lara really needs to just keep pushing more and more villagers up here to build. Okay, here's the upgrade I was looking for, was the final upgrade to the walls. Now, do these catapults, they do reach from in here. That is huge. We can see Joey just has a wave of units coming across the map to reinforce down here, as does Lara, who has a forward build of towers, but nothing as far as military buildings. Would be nice to see a little bit more, a few more military buildings other than just this fortress. And that town center is going down, and we have a Titan gate for Joey. Now, can Lara follow suit? He is not research. Oh, he is researching the Titan gates. So we might see Titans coming out for both players. Okay, that town center is down. This is not the trade town center. Where are the catas? Yeah, they. He had a few catapults up here early on, but nothing down here. Could use them. I don't think he even has the upgraded siege yet. If Titan is coming up, I don't think it will be able to save it at this point. Lara finally got his forward build that he needed, and then finally transitioned to his Hippocon, which is what he needed. And he could really use, well, I guess he can use the favor now. Lara needs the, well, yeah, Joey does still have favor. He could be making camels. with the Desert Wind upgrade. Those camels are strong. Oh, needs to watch out for the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh empowerment is just so ridiculous. Now we're coming forward with more bills. Okay, I like it. And this is, again, the problem of having your military buildings so far away is that it takes so long for so much of your units to get over here. Then when one dies, it's coming back from way over here, so it's like a 30-second reinforcement window, which is way too long. Oh, here's a few. You know, myth units, the problem is, if Pegasus makes myth units, they can kind of just get countered by the mummy, and then the mummy gets countered by Bellerophon. So, in a way, both players are basically determining that their myth units would be pointless, because mummy kills Cyclops and then Bellerophon jumps on mummy, and that's the end. Now, properly played, you can get a lot of value out of your mummies. So 43% Titan Gate to 2%. Hello, Mr. Lord Horatio Nelson. Okay, keep building here. Build. You've got tons of resources in your bank. Still no crenellations. Athenia wall, though. I wonder, I wish I could see how much hit points it gives to the fortified walls. Because we are looking at 1760 hit points with 55% hack armor. Alright, cool. Here's a nice little walling attempt. Sebastian, hello! This is the final recorded game of the night. We'll have to continue the EE League finals tomorrow, because I am starting to get super tired. And so Joe's Titan will be out first. He won't be out in time to stop Lara from getting a Titan. What it will do is it'll be down here first, which means in a couple minutes Joe will be able to wipe out any of the progress that Lara has made. And then Joey will just have to turn and fight the Titan, and then Lara will kind of have to rebuild his base down here. All of it sounds very easy to accomplish, but it isn't necessarily. No crenellations. Does he have the final wood upgrades yet? Ooh, no, he doesn't. Oh, man. Look at the first wood upgrade at 35 minutes. How is his military looking? Okay, just working on getting those last two armor upgrades. Yeah, this is quite the death ball push of towers here. That's what you kind of got to do. That's late game Age of Mythology, is walls, towers, and ranged siege. Does want to get on that Pharaoh, though. You hate to have him around empowering, or him around being at full health, because then he can't empower for a very long time. How badly do I want this game to be over? I'm a good amount, I would say. The Titan is going to elongate things, but not enough. I feel like Joey is on the way out pretty soon. Because the Titan, the only chance Joey would have would be if the Titan can clear all of this out and allow Joey to rebuild his town center and then solidify this area. But with the Titan out, with the position that Lara has, the Titan isn't going to be able to clear all this out before Lara's Titan shows up. When we've got fully upgraded buildings with the Athenian wall. So the Titan might be able to clear out maybe this first row of crap here. But he's not going to be able to clear out buildings and units and siege before the other Titan can show up. Lara got the hair upgrade for myth units, he did. And then he doesn't have any myth units. Oh, the monstrous rage. Oh, that'll help with the Titan fight, won't it? I like it, actually. You don't see that very often getting used. Yeah, get Bellerophon down on here on the Titan. And Jason as well. Oh. So yeah, we'll see the Titan just killing out just a few buildings, and that'll be it. Really. Lara might want to get a couple more siege units though. But with the initial damage that Lara's getting in on Joey's Titan, is that this Titan will survive with extra HP, along with a little bit more from the monstrous rage technology. That he would, even if Joey builds this, the Titan will be able to slam it down after. Yeah, we can see this Titan's kind of already had, what, maybe a fifth of his health taken down? Ooh, if he can wall this off, that would be pretty important. So what he's trying to do is wall it. Here comes the old eagle coming over here, whatever it is. Is this supposed to be an eagle or a pigeon or what? Anyway, what kind of a bird is it supposed to be? And, oh, GG. Well, we'll just call it then. Okay, so I guess Joey knew he had no chance, so he just called it a GG before we even got to see the Titan. So Monstrous Rage gives it 349 more attack, health, and then, oh no, actually Bacchanalia gives it 300 something more health. And then Monstrous Rage gives it 17 more attack. Yeah, that's a decent amount. I mean, what it'll save? The two of those get save what? 1,000 HP in a fight? I don't know. It's a Titan. It's a main elite eagle warrior. I like that. Kind of, in a way. So anyway, that is game 3. So we will have to stop the stream tonight because it's 12:30 and there's no way I'm gonna make it through 2 more games. I caught myself like falling asleep a couple times this game. Can't watch the stream right now, I'm busy. Well, I love you too. I'm gonna have to end it anyway. Which actually, on that note, I've found that sometimes when I'm reading good nighttime stories to Camden and I'll start falling asleep, I'll like start like adding in like random words in, and then he gets mad at me. He hasn't caught on that I'm like doing it because I'm falling asleep. He's just like, say the right words, say the right words. Because yeah, I just start like saying like just random stuff. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to fit in a nap or something, and we'll be able to maybe a little bit more energetic. I tried to keep it energetic even though on my end of the computer I'm like about ready to fall off my chair, which I guess would provide some additional entertainment. But so far this was the first kind of slugfest. The first 2 games were kind of decided quickly. This game was decided, but it just took Lara a while to get going again, and that was kind of his problem with the Oasis one too, is that it just took him a while to actually get to the point where he's forward building. And once he forwards builds with this kind of, tower wall siege push, then he gets what he needs done. So sorry you were late to stream. That's okay. I mean, it's your life, man. You don't even have to be here. But right ahead in eco. But yeah, we can see Joey kind of caught up there at the end, but that was after the town center fell down. So if Joey's able to survive and stabilize just a little bit longer, I might have been able to turn it around. But that settlement came down just in the nick of time for when Joey's trade really started getting going. Because yeah, right about here is when it really started popping off, and that's when the settlement went down. So Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all of you guys tuning in. And should be same time tomorrow, maybe a little bit earlier. We'll finish off the last at least two, maybe more games. So yeah, this is the extended edition finals of the EE League 1v1, and we will finish it up tomorrow. So let me close it out, and I will catch you guys hopefully tomorrow night. If something happens, I guess we'll just have to delay part 2 for a later time. So yeah, thanks for watching again. Hope you guys are having a good start of your weekend, and we'll have great Saturday and Sunday. So good night to you all. And don't forget, I'll put this in the chat real quick, my YouTube channel. If you're new and you like what you see, I got a lot of old recorded game casts, a lot of old me just playing games and winning sometimes, losing most of the time. You can feel free to watch that, or don't if you don't want to. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to go to bed. So good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hopefully catch you guys tomorrow night to finish this off. And that is it for tonight.